Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, March 7th, and today we're going to talk about living a meaningful life, and we're going to go RV shopping with the McNavigators. This is RVNN-Live, brought to you in part by PetHub and GoToMeeting.
Today's program brought to you by PetHub. Protect your pet for pennies a day with critical contact, medical, and dietary information on a smartphone scannable ID tag. And by GoToMeeting, affordable online meetings that work so you can do more and travel less.
Hey everyone, it's Courtney Wallen here at RVNN TV, of course joined by Andy McCaskey. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'll say happy Wednesday to the McNavigators down there in North Carolina.
Thank you.
There they are. Dan and JoAnne, are you ready for it? Schaub.
That's right.
I did it. Yes. One of my things here, one of not my strong points, is pronouncing anything right. And if you watch the show, you know that. But thank you guys so much for joining us. And of course, we came across you guys through other travel bloggers and on the list of travel bloggers to follow this year. And you guys have had quite a journey. And your whole purpose is the whole traveling or living a meaningful life and living with purpose and kind of going for your dreams. And let's talk a little bit how the McNavigators started. And I'm really interested how McNavigators, the name, came about.
You take this one.
Yeah, the McNavigators came through the Best of the Road contest that we won. So we had to pick a name for our team, and so we decided that since Rand McNally had the MC, that we would also model ourselves after them. So we knew that we were going to be navigating on the trip, so we decided McNavigators would be the most appropriate name for us.
Very nice. That makes sense now. Complete and total sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about your whole mission and what the website talks a lot about in the meaningful life and going after your dreams, and you have a whole series on that. And tell us a little bit about your website, and then we'll go into the shopping with your money.
Yeah, our website really is, about living a meaningful life. And to us, a meaningful life includes having really awesome experiences. So we just want to share that with people so that hopefully they're inspired to also go about living their dream, whatever that may be for them.
Mm-hmm. And I know, we've talked to so many people, and it's one of those things where you have these dreams and you put up these walls and you say, I can't do it, or you make excuses, and some of them valid, some of them can be overcome. And you guys kind of hit a point in your life where you said, something's got to change or it's not going to work. And that's kind of what led you to your adventures.
Yes.
So
that is exactly right.
And there's so many other people out there like you, and your website's great. And like I said, you guys have kind of gone through a series of manifesting big dreams, and they can go and watch that. But now you're at a point where you're traveling. Let me take this back just a second. You guys did some couch surfing before this whole RV. So can you talk about that for a second? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we actually met someone who was working in Yellowstone that introduced us to us. And he's like, I traveled from Maine all the way out here and only spent one night in a hotel. And we were like, what? So he said, yeah, it's couch surfing. You got to join, and, it's for travelers. And I said, well, I don't trust people. And, oh, well, you'll read their references and you'll know if you'll get along. And we met a few people, and JoAnne talked me into it because I was very skeptical. But JoAnne talked me into it, and then we started doing it in the U.S., and we fell in love with it. So when we went to Australia, out of 37 days there, we stayed 31 days with someone, and it was just phenomenal. We feel like that was the biggest helper in Australia, not only just financially, but because we did a lot more things, found a lot more free things, a lot more rainforest, different things along the way, because locals said, hey, go here, see this. So we only did, I think, 2 mainstream tourist items in Australia in 37 days. So that was pretty neat.
So do you think that this really kind of contributes to some personal growth that occurs as you're actually traveling, or is it only on reflection once you get back and say, I really enjoyed that because?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that when you're in it, we grew a lot because of it. I think, you open up your doors, you realize that there's so many more great people out there that would open their house and let you stay, most people gave us a key. Here's a key to the house, come and go as you want. And it's just like, it's changed our perspective on people out there, and that the news doesn't reflect so much positivity. So that really changed us during it. So then when we got back, we turned around and did the same thing. I mean, when we were on Best of the Road, we gave our apartment to a girl that we had met for 45 minutes and let her stay here for an entire month.
Wow.
So that's what we've changed, so.
Yeah, your perspective and the trust, and it's a neat experience. I'm sure I know so many people have done it, and you read about it, and it's just doing it and actually having that experience that you can't get from reading someone that's experienced it. So now you're not doing the couch surfing. Well, you can on your own. That has wheels. Your RV shopping. Talk to us about how that's going to change your road tripping, your travel, and what you hope to accomplish once you do get that RV.
I don't know what we plan to accomplish. That's going to be tough. I don't think we fully figured that out. But I think that the reason why we want to do it is because, we traveled out west multiple times for jobs, but we had an enclosed trailer. And I just kept seeing all these RVs saying, why don't we bring our house with us? And finally, she just woke up one day and was like, man, I think I really get this. So we don't want to work corporate jobs anymore. We're both tired of that. So I think that's the part that we want to break free from and get in an RV where we can go anywhere we want. I still want to work on the road, but like a job like Yellowstone, a summer job, somewhere where you can just work for a couple months and really dive deep into the area. Yeah. So there's so much out there that's free and things that you can see that you just don't get to take advantage of.
So now you've been married for well over 10 years, and you certainly accumulate. I guess most people accumulate a lot of stuff. Was it hard to scale down or to think about scaling down?
For me, yes.
No, it was not me at all. This has been my dream ever since I've known Dan, to live simply but to live abundantly, And so it was very easy for me to get rid of all kinds of stuff. I do that on a daily basis pretty much.
That's awesome. I think on your website it said something, getting rid of the material things, but you're gaining experience, and all of that you can't put into material things. And if you go to the website, you'll notice that JoAnne, the positivity comes because she's a life coach. You've kind of got that in you. And Dan, obviously you're a positive guy too, but you've got a mechanical background, so those things are pairing pretty well together, huh?
Yeah.
We feel like it.
So.
Yeah, we feel like it'd be a great match for the road. So
I would think so. So you're equipped to make any of those, if they happen, RV maintenance needs. You're ready for that.
I think so. I was fortunate to work with an RV mechanic out in Yellowstone for 2 summers, so I picked up a lot of the basics, and that got me really excited about it. And I know a lot of the simple systems and basic stuff that I'm like, oh man, I already know all this stuff. Now I just want to get my own.
Absolutely. I pulled some pictures from your Facebook and your blog here about some of the RVs that you're looking at. You told me you've kind of narrowed it down to a Class A diesel, but this is the one that you went into, not the one that you're thinking of purchasing. Is that correct?
Correct. That was on a Camping World lot. That was a brand new unit. So
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely gorgeous. There's some things in them that we realize we do want, and some things we don't want. I mean, we don't need a fireplace. We don't need a lot of high-end fancy things. We just want to be able to get on the road and enjoy ourselves and not stress financially.
Yeah. So how important is the connectivity on the road to your role as a life coach? It would seem that you'd really that would be a very important component.
Do you mean connectivity as in being able to still connect with my clients?
Yes. I'm assuming that your work's done through the internet or by phone, a lot of the coaching, or do you actually travel from place to place for in-person coaching?
Yeah, I actually do most of my coaching on the phone or through Skype. So yeah, absolutely. whenever we're out on the road, a phone line and internet will be essential to my ability to earn money and make a difference.
Absolutely. Well, I would think that these are such great professions to take on the road. You have such flexibility, and like you said, the campgrounds are just doing summer jobs. I think you guys are going to have such a great experience, and we really hope that once you do set on the road that you get in touch with us and we can hear more about, if you have good connectivity, of course, hear about your travels and what you guys are doing. At the end of the interview, we kind of like to give you a very shameless, non-shameless plug for your website, your Twitter, Facebook, whatever it may be. How can people find out more about you guys?
They can find us on the web at themcnavigators.com, and our RV handle is the McNavigators, and Facebook, the McNavigators.
What a coincidence!
Yeah. I had to make a quick change there. I had McNavigators without the. I'll blame it on it's still early, but it's not.
I think we bought both, so either with the or without it, it'll still work.
Great. So they can find you anywhere. And we appreciate you guys taking the time out today. And good luck to you on the continuation of your RV purchasing or shopping. And it's been fun watching you guys with the pictures and what you've been shopping for and looking at. And there's a lot of variety out there, isn't it?
There is.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. So not only the variety, but makes and models too. So it's overwhelming for me.
Well, but that's a good problem to have, I think, right?
It is, yeah.
So I guess we're not focused on a very specific model, so it's kind of nice. When something just comes our way, we'll take it, you know?
That's great. Well, we can't wait to see what you purchase. That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys have a great Wednesday, and hopefully we'll talk again with you soon. And thanks for joining us.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of work camping and a lot of decisions, but kind of the excitement of being able to take your skills and figure out how can you convert those skills to something that's useful on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, reading their blog, there's a lot of professions that you're like, oh, they might have problems. Those are great. He's going to fix it if it breaks down, and he's going to help pick that out. And both of those jobs are great. So we're talking about work camping, and we've talked a lot about how you can utilize what you've got and make it work. So good luck to them.
Did you see kind of a bluish glow to the right over here? Because the last time I was on camera, I just out of the corner of my eye caught the famous blue screen of death.
Uh-oh.
And my machine just decided to reboot. So you're going to have to kind of guide us through. I think 30 seconds is next here on the script.
Sorry to hear that your computer died. Let's see here. Yeah, 30 seconds of shameless or not so shameless plugging. Of course, we would love for you to subscribe to the RVNN Daily, but it is a weekly, so it should be called the RVNN Weekly, but I don't think I can change that. So go ahead and subscribe to that. The link will be on the show notes to today's show. Of course, we are on Pinterest. Join or follow all of our boards. We've got boards for all of our shows and content creators. Lots of fun stuff going on there. On Google Plus as well, so be sure to circle us. And we are on the Roku. We are in the channel store, and we are in the outdoor and fitness section. And we'd hope that you subscribe, and not only subscribe, but give us a rating and let us know how you like our channel. And we'd love that feedback. And of course, one of our great sponsors here at RVNN is PetHub. And Andy, we've talked about this video contest that PetHub has had going on, and they've actually announced some of their winners. But I think that they tell the story so much better than we can. And just want to remind you that this commercial will tell you more about PetHub, but you can save 20% with our code RVNN20. So Andy, this is more of
Is this a short one?
It's not a short one, but it pulls at your heartstrings because of the slow motion and the music. So,
all right, so
enjoy.
I'll pay attention then.
And before she could even finish her drawing, the dog was found and returned, all because of PetHub.
All because of PetHub.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great program.
Yeah.
And incidentally, not only does PetHub have the ability to help you locate your pet, there are certain programs that are kind of premium products that PetHub has that have medical insurance, so that the person who finds your animal, if the animal is injured and they take it to a vet, then they're assured of coverage of immediate veterinary care for the animal as well. So check it out at pethub.com, and don't forget to use the code RVNN20.
And it is now time for our business headlines, brought to you by RV Business Magazine and RVBusiness.com. What do we got today?
Well, a couple things. One of them is, which I would have called up on my machine had it not crashed over here,
Whoops.
is an adventure vehicle called the EarthCruiser. Now, this is built on a U.S. Fuso 4x4 chassis. This is, if you watch the show Home Improvement, this would have been the Benford 4000, because it's capable of negotiating everything from long-distance desert crossings to snow-covered terrain or rock-covered mountain trails. It's an Australian vehicle that has just arrived in the U.S. Not for everyone, but it is a serious expedition vehicle that takes people to places that no other RV can. It does have some luxury features, plenty of comfort and security inside of it. Even the most extreme travelers might still want to have comforts of home, hot showers, cold drinks, and comfortable bed. But EarthCruiser's global customers have driven them directly into freight containers and then had them shipped to exotic locations all over the world. Wildlife photographers, hunters, rock climbers, and other types of extreme adventure seekers. Also in demand by eco and volunteer travelers, delivering medical supplies, teaching children, repairing endangered reefs, in a wide variety of outreach programs all over the globe. You know, we were talking about another global story here a day or two ago, talking about China, and it turns out that the RV Industry Association has opened an office in China. This will coordinate the association's efforts and work with the Chinese government and the country's developing RV and campground industries to remove regulatory barriers that would impede the U.S. RV industry's growth in China. So advances there as well. Also advances on the technology front from both Chrysler and GM. They are planning to introduce natural gas powered pickup trucks that may be of interest to RVers. Latest truck makers to add to the all-natural gas fleet. They'll actually be revealed at this week's Work Truck Show in Indianapolis. General Motors will sell a Chevrolet Silverado and a GMC Sierra that will run on both gasoline and natural gas. Chrysler is expected to announce on Tuesday a Ram truck that will travel 255 miles on natural gas before it automatically switches over to its backup, which is an 8-gallon gasoline tank. Ford's talking about expanding a variety of kits for existing vehicles, including the Ford 650 pickup that has come up later this year. And you may not realize it, but Honda has sold a natural gas powered Civic for 14 years. Now, those are some of the stories making the news at RVBusiness.com, which of course is the premier authority on the business of RVs here at the RV capital of the world, Elkhart, Indiana.
It is. You know, growing up here, I don't think I really realized what I was in the middle of, and here I am.
You're right in the middle
of it.
Yes, indeed.
So, Andy, we've got a new program that's going to be coming up, and you've put together quite a nice little piece, including some Angry Birds that we're going to show here real quick. Do you want to give a little intro?
Little promo, yes. If you have, as you'll find out, if you have an RV accessory or product, there's a way that you can get that on RVNN TV.
Do you have a great product or RV accessory? Pull out that flip cam or smartphone and get ready for RV Travel Shop on RVNN TV. Make your own 5-minute infomercial and put it in front of thousands of people who've already said, "I love RVing." on a set-top box that's already in over 3 million homes. Maybe you have real pitchman talent. Maybe you just show people what you've got. On RV Travel Shop, people can view your product video at any time for 30 days on the Roku video player. That's the same player Netflix uses to put movies on your flat-screen TV, plus videos from major channels like Disney, Hulu, Pandora, NBC, and Fox, and Angry Birds. The same low-cost player that thousands more homeowners will add to their home this week. RV Travel Shop on RVNN TV is a flat-fee, month-to-month contract with no special codes, no order tracking, and no paperwork or commissions. Contact us now, 1-877-578-7866, or by email, rvtravelshop@rvnn.tv.
You know, Dennis Guillaume was in the studio earlier today, and he was asking me how much Angry Bird time I got per week. And it's not all that much, but it's perfect for when you're kind of waiting in the checkout line, or you know, if your spouse is just nipped into the store to buy something and is going to come back up, and you're you know, parked over to the side. Great little pastime. So anyway, lots of fun.
I've not played yet.
You haven't played Angry Birds?
And I think I've said this story. I love Words with Friends. I got on that whole bandwagon and became completely and totally obsessed with it. And then my friends started, I just don't have time to play. And so what happened was I would play games over like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then they would respond before even accepting my request, "Are you even going to finish this game?"
Oh.
So, yeah, need to find more time in the day, right?
Yeah, more time in the day.
Yeah, more time.
That's what's required.
But what we do have are some trending RV and travel topics in this world of social media. Of course, you can find us all over the web on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and you know what? If we can find another network, we'll be on it. But today, these are some of the things that I have found. So Twitter, something that I've tweeted out is this article on how to be a good travel tweeter. And this comes from adventurouskate.com, and she wrote this article on how to be a good travel tweeter. And this goes into the whole, you know what, can you or can you not use Twitter correctly? Is there an incorrect or correct way to use it? You know, there's really not. But she's saying, here's some tips on how to be more effective. And, of course, you're staying in touch with people that you already know, but you're informing people as well. So she's got a few tips here. Join TNI, which is Traveler's Night In, founded by the ladies of zipsetgo.com. So she's got more information on how to join that. She says share great travel content, of course. Be considerate and responsive. Follow wisely. She follows about 1/3 of the people who follow her. Some people follow everyone back, but she prefers to keep her levels manageable, which I can relate with. It can be a little overwhelming at times. She says, don't excessively promote your own content and go easy on the hashtags. Let's see here. Any more than 3 is going overboard. That's kind of my rule of thumb there. So no more than 3. And here are some great tips on how to be a good travel tweeter. And of course, this will be in our show notes, so you can read the article in its entirety. I thought it was pretty good and useful for a lot of our inspiring or aspiring travel bloggers and tweeters out there. So check that out. This next one is something I retweeted from Just Travelist, and this is something I like to hit on from time to time. And these are 15 best music quotes about travel. Andy, do you have any quotes or songs that remind you of travel?
Songs about travel?
No?
Well, on the road again. Obviously.
Yeah, on the road again. Yeah, that one. But here are 15 here, and some of these you don't really think of sometimes as being travel songs, but they are. Of course, you got Kylie Minogue. Let's see, REM, The Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams, Travel the World and the 7 Seas. Everybody's looking for something. You know, as you're singing, it's kind of a dark song, and there it is. Let's see here, Elvis Presley, and we've got Asteroids Galaxy Tour, Madonna, Joni Mitchell, Fleet Foxes, Edward Sharpe and the Meg Zeros is a new one. Home is wherever I'm with you. Home is when I'm alone with you. So that's a newer one. I know that's been really, really popular. So just some travel quotes, 15 songs here. Bob Dylan, Frank Sinatra, The National, John Denver, and the list goes on. Some really fun stuff and maybe something you hadn't considered before, but Just Travelist put it all in one little post here, and I thought that was pretty fun to take a look at. Any of those? He's still trying.
Some of them are familiar. Some of them not so much. But I think that's probably a generational kind of thing.
Yeah, it might be. And some the same. Let's see here. Coming up next is our Facebook posts. This one was something I found really interesting because a lot of my friends, and I always aspire to be one of them, are runners. They maybe not even runners, they do marathons, half marathons, or they bike or do triathlons. And a big part of that is when you travel, you're not going to stop being active, right? Mm-hmm. You've got it up there?
I've got it up
here. Okay, and I've got it up here too, but you're up and working. So anyways, this is an article called Top 10 Places to Run a Marathon. Now, my dad used to be a marathon runner, Andy. I don't know if you knew that little tidbit, but he ran marathons, and these are 10 of the great places. So some of China, Antarctica, France, so if you're caravanning overseas, Jamaica, let's see here, South Africa, Mexico, India, Chile, Italy, and here in the U.S., let's see here, I'm not going to, Whidbey Island.
Whidbey Island, yes.
Marathon in Oak Harbor. Mm-hmm. So that is one of the top, it's in Seattle, or within striking distance of Seattle. So if you are a runner and you are a traveler as well, that's a really good list. Andy, do you think you still are you a race runner?
No, afraid not. No? Afraid not. But if you have a chance to go to Washington State, the ferry system amongst all the islands up there is just absolutely a wonderful way to get around and to see things and to kind of move at a particular pace. And so that's one of the things that I highly recommend. And on your trip out there to Whidbey Island.
Absolutely, See, you've been to places I haven't, and vice versa. It's good to give a little input every once in a while. Next is our Google Plus finds, and this one is the geocache of the week. Of course, we've got Geocaching World, we've got Geocaching Radar. We're big into geocaching because it's a great hobby if you're RVing, and this one is in Mezzo. Do you
Bologna,
speak
Italy.
Do you speak Italian?
Yes, in the midst of dead trees.
Is that real? Did you just?
It says the name of the cache translates.
Okay, I knew
English,
that. I was like,
yes.
wait, I didn't know if you'd gotten down that far, and you were just totally surprising me here. I will not butcher it, but it's geocache GC2308M. It's a geocache of the week. For the week of March 5th. Really neat. They're just talking about, there's a lot of quotes here just saying that the reason people cache is because there's incredible caches put together like this one, and that's why it's been Geocache of the Week. So really interesting if you are over in Italy or going to travel to Italy, or if you know of one in the U.S., be sure to travel or to share it with us, but also share it with geocaching.com because they are also looking for more geocaches of the week. So what keeps you geocaching? It's geocaches like this. So that would be absolutely incredible to geocache over in Italy. I couldn't even imagine the experience that you'd have there, but that's what geocaching does. It takes you to great places and to see great things. Another thing I posted on Google Plus, Andy, I said here, geocaching is not just for humans. And let me pull up yours.
RVing is just not for
what
humans.
I say, geocaching.
You said geocaching.
But
geocaching, this is a real classic over here. You can see there's a slide out.
Yep.
There's a window.
Yes.
RV kind of shape, a little ventilation placed there. But it's generally a chicken coop.
Yeah, generally a chicken coop in the general form of a trailer RV. So I thought that was pretty fun, and that's on Google Plus, and you can also find it on our Pinterest page as well. And speaking of Pinterest, something that I, of course, had to pat myself on the back because it felt so good. Something that got repinned a lot yesterday was Cute as a Button RV. Clearly, I can't take credit from this. I found this from some of our great contributors on Facebook and Twitter. This was kind of bebopping around yesterday, but I wanted to post it on our Pinterest. Just really cute. I mean, I kind of said here, is it picture perfect or is it too good to be true. I mean, when you set up a campsite, do you really have that great lighting? Do you really have the table outside? Does it look like that?
And you got a round rug there that you pulled out
Yes, yes.
and everything.
Is
I
there-
wonder what year that is.
I know, and I like the little wings on the side. So fun stuff, and you know, I find great things like this because there's just so many great people out in the social media world with travel and RVing that are just sharing great stuff, and we appreciate our community that we're involved with. This next one is something that, again, I always post something like, come on, pin it, make me feel good, but I'll share it anyways and give the pity talk. These are s'more cookies, Andy.
Ooh.
And so they kind of, I think this recipe was posted along with the Great American Backyard Campout. And they said this might be a good little treat to take out there. So maybe a pre-planned treat to take camping or, you know, whatever it may be. But those look quite delicious.
They absolutely do. And I see that from cookingclassy.blogspot.com.
Yes.
So it's the way you can find all the details.
Absolutely. And, of course, if you have any input, you can always email me, cw@rvnn.tv. Let me know what's going on. And let's see here. You want to talk about GoToMeeting?
I'll talk about GoToMeeting
All right.
because actually we've got some team members that we're going to be meeting with here in just about 25 minutes through the internet, through the use of GoToMeeting. And it's going to be really useful because we'll be able to fire up cameras on the webcams on both ends, and everyone will have a chance to be a part of the meeting. And the really cool thing about it is that this meeting is one of many that we'll have because you have one low month-to-month fee, and you can meet as many times as you want for as long as you need to. And all of that occurs through GoToMeeting. You can try it free for 30 days. Just go to gotomeeting.com and click on the Try It Free button. And wow, the Try It Free button has
changed.
It has
I got it
changed.
off a different computer, and that's what it was
exactly.
today.
But anyway, find the Try It Free button and click and use the word podcast, P-O-D-C-A-S-T. Online meetings made easy.
Very, very good. All right. Well, that is GoToMeeting. And now we've got a little portion of the show we like to call Travel App of the Day. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's called HipGeo. I've got it up on my phone here. I downloaded this free app last night. It is available for iOS devices. Unfortunately, it is not available in full form on Droid, but I have got a link in the show notes where you can download the free alpha version if you're a Droid user to check it out. So go there. I'm not leaving anyone out this time. This is, you know, we've talked, there's so many apps, and I feel like sometimes they're starting to run together as far as capabilities, but there's always something that sets them apart, which they have to because there's so many things out here. HipGeo is record your travel. So I'm kind of talking and encouraging the simplistic travel blogging and doing that all via an app. And so this is kind of that whole capability. So HipGeo, you can take pictures and it does the geolocating of where it was at. And I believe on this one you actually do have to be on a Wi-Fi connected, which some of them you don't have to be. You can blog, and then once you reconnect.
Right.
You can shoot and share photos here. You can browse posts by other travelers. But when you create your blog, it's hipgeo.com/your name. So there's a desktop application to it as well. And do you have it pulled up here on yours?
I have it pulled up over here. What I'm looking at is the recommendations from Forbes and TechCrunch and GigaOM
tons
and
of credibility
Mashable and Condé Nast Traveler. Looks like a really, really capable app.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people are recognizing and recommending.
It's kind of got that Rome's feel to it. Where, like, on this app here, I can go to the closest up here and click on people that follow, and I can click on their pictures, really popular places as well that people are documenting, and then just featured, which are just people who have made it to the featured list.
Yeah.
So some really cool stuff. Of course, you can auto-locate where you're at. You can do your camera. You can post. You can go to your blog from this app, and you can post, and then of course it's always got that social media sharing capability where you can Johnny Rockets.
Exactly. And what I did was I clicked on the trending tags, which is located along the right hand side here, and you can see all sorts of different pictures that have just been uploaded by the HipGeo people in Hong Kong, for example.
Very cool.
Here are some photographs that have just come up, or we can come back for Ohio. And there's an aerial view, Columbus at 7:24 yesterday evening. So
See,
those
the
are
only
some airplane pictures.
Yes, I'm one of those really geeky airplane picture takers out the window. So the only negative thing I could really pull out of this, because it is new, but it is so cool, it's only really in big cities, which is to be expected.
Sure.
Here, Elkhart, I know you would think it would be a ginormous city. It's not. So some of my closest pictures I could bring up were like Nashville in Ohio. So
But I'm not sure that Desert Hot Springs, California is particularly
maybe not,
a
but there
lot either.
seems to be some people
beautiful views
contributing.
out here.
So I would encourage you, check it out. It's free. You've got nothing to lose. Of course, like I said, if you're a Droid user, I've got the link on the show notes for the alpha version of this. And check it out, try it out, get signed up, and contribute to your area. And it'd be a really fun app to get involved with. So HipGeo, HipGeo.com, today's travel app of the day. Stuff we've got coming up this week. Of course, we've been teasing the whole geocaching world, Gadgetplex, Tales from the Road, What's Wrong with This Picture. Subscribe to the shows you like, because we've got brand new content coming up. And Andy, we were talking with Dennis today, some exciting stuff, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do have to mention that Andy Smith, Head Hard Hat, was feeling poorly yesterday, and so we weren't able to record that session. But you know, things happen from time to time, and we're just saving up for next week. Next week we've got a really great show in Geocaching World. That is Tuesday evening at 6:30 Eastern Time.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, it should be interesting. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be streaming, but we could be potentially streaming most of the day tomorrow, because we're shooting live episodes of What's Wrong with This Picture, live episodes of Tales from the Road, and it looks like either today or tomorrow or Friday we're going to be taping live episodes of Gadgetplex. So lots of good stuff coming up. And on RVNN-Live for Friday, we're going to be talking about RVing for good with the Shrocks, who we've had on.
That's right.
And that'll be a lot of fun. So, Andy, do we have a radar?
We do have a radar, but the only question is the radar in the inbox?
This is...
the radar was done.
Is it in the inbox just at the root? As we're talking through this, people, this is live TV.
It may not be. It was recorded yesterday and processed.
Oh, no.
But it may still be over there. So I need to...
He's going to hop off, and this is where I start talking about things
Yes,
and
exactly.
bore people to death. So hang with us here. Let's see here. What can whatever could I talk about? Of course, our show format has changed a little bit. Here on Live, we are live at 12 p.m. Eastern, and then we loop the episode until 4 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you can always watch the Ustream recording at rvnewsnet.com/live. We've got all those recording. When it's posted to our website, it's also posted to our Roku channel. And if you didn't know, we don't really plug this all that much, but it gets lots of great traction. We're on YouTube as well. So youtube.com/rvnewsnet. We've got the shows up there too. So lots of ways to consume our content. We're on Blip as well, blip.tv. How many other places are we? Boxy in the queue. Coming up. So if you are a Boxy user subscriber, there's going to be an RVNN channel coming soon to a Boxy near you. We are so excited about that.
You can go to the root of inbox.
The root. Oh, on mine. Go to the root box to see the Boxy is what I was going to say. Alrighty, there it is. All right, can you tell us a little bit about today's radar?
Oh,
Before we
it
hear about
all runs. It all runs
together.
This is Nevada, California, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
several of them that are in process right now, and I'm not sure which one this is, but we'll find out right now.
It's Geocache Radar, episode GRCD 110-3. Today's cache is near Nevada, California. In the area, you could go to the Samuel P. Taylor State Park, located in Marin County with approximately 2,700 acres of redwood and grassland. The park contains about 600 acres of old-growth forest. Point Reyes National Seashore is the largest mainland breeding concentration of harbor seals in California. Each year, several thousand seals congregate within the seashore, especially to give birth on sandbars and remote beaches. Sometimes you can even see migrating whales from the edge of the lighthouse cliffs. Or head to Field of Dogs. Mario De Palma formed a dog park committee in the fall of 1992 and presented to the San Rafael City Council requesting a dog park be built in the city. Council was supportive but provided no funds, so Mario decided to organize a group of dog lovers to bring a park to fruition, and you can enjoy the fruits of their labor, all within easy driving distance of today's cache. Today's cache is called Crescent Moon, difficulty 2.5, terrain of 1.5, GC 231NW. This cache sits in Quarry Lake. The camo is nearly perfect visually. You're going to have to feel around to touch everything within a 1 foot radius from the rock. Google Maps satellite map is your friend. You're looking for something that doesn't feel normal or something that moves a little bit strangely. A 40 ribbon favorite, so well worthwhile. Approximate coordinates: north 41 degrees 59 minutes, west 71 degrees 29 minutes. For full details, go to geocaching.com, the official global GPS geocache hunt site. Show notes on the cache, go to rvnewsnet.com/geocache radar. Information is believed to be valid at the time of production, but conditions may change. Use common sense and caution and do not trespass. Keep geocaching a fun and family RV activity. Geocache Radar is a production of RV Newsnet and RVNN TV and is a member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
You know, I think some geocache owners, there's a little bit of a diabolical component associated with that. And so anyway, pay attention to that. How do you find the rock? Remember that the Google Maps satellite view is your friend. And then once you find the rock, then I guess you're reaching around underneath to find out where it is.
Yeah, bring those gloves and Head Hard Hat's theme, his quote, poke it with a stick. That
Yes.
looks like a dangerous one. Or something interesting.
That looks like an interesting one, but it should be fun. And remember that that's one of the great things about geocaching as a family activity, that you can dial it up or dial it down, and 2.5 is probably not really suitable for smaller kids, but might be just the sort of challenge that some young teenagers would find fun.
Absolutely. Great geocache. Of course, that's our show, Geocache Radar, so look for that. That's all for today's show. We appreciate you joining us. Of course, this show, if you are watching live, will be streamed until 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be back on Friday. Check into our Ustream channel tomorrow, because you never know. We could be taping some live episodes, and it gets quite hilarious, because after a few episodes,
people get a little punchy.
Punchy.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah. So be sure just check in tomorrow. See if we're streaming live, of course, on social media side. We will alert you if we are doing so. I'm Courtney Wallen.
Yep, and I'm Andy McCaskey. Thanks for joining us on RVNN TV.
Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to rvnn.tv and click on the Angie's List ad.